Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to an episode where I forgot to do my hair before I started this. No, it's still... Anyway, this is for Kathy Lyon, who commented on two of my videos, our videos, really. Excuse me, we live in New Hampshire, or as I like to call it, New Cary. Now, you say you're from Canada. My dad was from BC, from Victoria, BC. My wife is from Illinois. I lived in Texas for 40 very long years. Long years. Every day in Texas was like 100 years. Last time I was in Canada was in 1994. I went to, well, I went to see my family, but it happened to be during Commonwealth Games, so that was a bonus. I got to go to the opening ceremonies of the games. I was going to go to the shooting competition, but I met somebody and didn't go. Went backpacking on the West Coast Trail. Oh, I love that. If you've never been backpacking on the West Coast Trail, you gotta go. But I pretty much hung out with my family. There was something they call Harbor Festival, which was like a big concert in front of the Parliament buildings. And at the time, my cousin Nancy, she worked for the Attorney General of BC. So I got to go into the Attorney General's office and put my feet up on his desk because he wasn't there. Almost nobody was in the Parliament buildings when I was there. And my dad and my aunties grew up like 2 or 3 blocks away from there, in what they called war houses. I'm not sure why they called them that, because my family lived in that neighborhood before the war, but I don't know. But yeah, we live in New Hampshire, a little town called Troy, and let's see. Yes, we could definitely use more room. What passes for a bedroom back there is more like a small walk-in closet. There's about this much space between the bed and the wall, and we keep the bed on this wall because
and we can't fit a queen size in there.
Oh yeah, we can't fit a queen size in there.
So we have a full-size bed, and that's it.
Yeah. And if we put the bed on the outside wall, it would probably be too cold.
It's us and our Shih Tzu, and occasionally some of the cats come to visit.
Yeah. This morning, I didn't exactly wake up in the morning. I woke up, what, like 8 o'clock at night?
No, 6, I think.
6 o'clock. John...
We kind of sleep back.
Yeah. John, one of our kittens, he was in bed with us. And now...
But they come and go.
Yeah. Maggie's the mama cat. She's in the drawer, the top side drawer of the desk. And she's looking at the kittens, and they're climbing in and out of the drawers, because I have 2 of the drawers pulled out.
They like boxes.
Yeah. So she's watching. Of course, she always watches them, make sure they're safe and everything. And one of them is getting back behind the drawer and going down to the bottom and then crawling out. Now John just crawled under the desk, and I'm sure he's going to crawl up because there's socks. She climbed out. Now she's looking in the drawer that Mama's in and going like, "Ooh, can I get in there?" But Mama's in there, and if poor thing. She tried to see there, John. He went down. He went under the bottom and climbed all the way up the top and climbed in the drawer that Mama's in. And now Socks, I think, is going to do the same thing. The Socks tried to climb into the drawer that Mama's in, and she fell down onto the floor. But Mama's trying to give John a bath. But anyway, so I was saying, my dad was from BC. My dad and my granddad both served in World War II in the Canadian service. My dad served Canadian Merchant Navy, and my granddad served Canadian Navy. but was Canadian Navy. Now I have a cousin who's Canadian Forces / Navy. I have a cousin who was Canadian Forces / Army, retired, and his wife was Canadian Forces / Air Force, retired. So
time for a little zombie pandemic.
uh-oh. Yeah, I like zombies, and my wife has a game that she plays.
Yeah.
Zombies. But I don't like zombies because zombies are actually bad.
And I like Plants vs. Zombies, the game.
Hopefully the plants will win, because you don't want the zombies to get you. But anyway, yes, Kathy Lyon, this video I'm making for you, I want to thank you. I'm going to provide a link to the Fundly. I don't always provide it on the videos I make, but I try to. But sometimes I make a lot of videos. Sometimes I make 10 or 15 in a day. And when I make that many videos in a day, believe me, I don't get everything on there. But anyway, and thank you for saying we're a cute couple. I appreciate that. Now John is nursing, and Maggie is giving him a bath. And
but he doesn't get anything.
Nah, they're not getting anything anymore. And Socks saw the fly tape that we made, homemade fly tape that doesn't work.
It's not sticky enough.
Yeah, and Socks saw that, and she went like that, and then she realized it's too tall, too high up. She can't get it. So, Socks is jealous. Socks wants to nurse. It's kind of hard. They're the size of those two kittens now. They're still kittens, obviously, but for both of them to get down there is a bit much. There was a meme somebody put up that I shared on Facebook the other day. It's a broody hen sitting on top of some puppies, and the first one says, "Have another beer. It'll be fun." And then have another beer, they said. It'll be fun. And then the meme underneath it, I forget what the words were on that, but I guess she mated with a dog because she had puppies instead of chicks. But broody hens will get on anything. My wife raised
oh God,
raised
broody
chickens.
hens will drive me crazy.
Yeah. There are some YouTube videos of broody hens with kittens, and she will not let those kittens go anywhere.
And they get quite an attitude too.
Mm-hmm.
Heck at you and everything. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
knock it off.
Yeah. My step-grandmother or adopted grandmother back in Texas, she had a chicken coop. Of course, the chicken meat and the chicken eggs were their food, and she put plastic Easter eggs in the coop, so the snakes would get the Easter eggs. Hopefully get the eggs instead of the real eggs, get the Easter eggs instead of the real eggs. And one day she took me down there, and she said, you know, she wanted to show me something. And we go down there, and there was this snake wrapped around this old fence post, and it was dead, and there was a big bulge in it, and it was a plastic Easter egg. So, yeah,
you ate the wrong thing.
Yeah, they're both nursing now, and she's giving John a bath. Socks is named Socks because she has
white feet,
yeah, like socks on her feet. And John is named after a young man that I was a pen pal with. It was a friend of mine in Texas that was killed by the state of Texas, and he took the rap for something his sister did. He was a good guy, you know. I sent him a few books and said, "Oh, you don't have to send me anything." But I did anyway, and he never asked me for a single thing. A lot of those guys in prison, they want you to send them all sorts of stuff. But John was like...
kind of users.
Yeah, a lot of them are. But John was like, "No, you don't have to send me anything." I asked him, "Can I send you something?" He said, "No, you don't have to send me anything." Then I sent him some books. He said, "Oh, you didn't have to do that." You know, I'm like, wow, he was a cool guy. And he was probably innocent of the crime, but... that's Texas for you. Oh, I'm going to be making I don't smoke, but still, I'm going to make a...
corncob pipe.
Yeah, corncob pipe. So, what you do is, now, first I took I sliced corncob. Actually, first I took the kernels off of it, I took a knife and I sliced down, took the kernels off of it, and I thought I'd be able to just stick these in a bag with salt. And it helped, but you know it needed.
Didn't quite do it.
Nah, so put it in the oven for like better part of the day on the lowest setting and kept the door open, just cracked open, and it dried these out. So that was a few days ago, and you know I have several, but they're all covered with salt. There's a
They're salty corn cobs.
Yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can make a corncob pipe. We'll see. On the note of smoking, my dad, he smoked 4 packs a day. But anyway, and I like that in your profile picture you're smiling. That's good. Good to be happy. Anyway, bye bye.